Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the glorification of plant medicines and how it can be amazing and so powerful and wonderful and insightful and beautiful, and also, like anything that you overuse, it can be damaging. It can be not helpful to the mind, body, and the heart. Okay, and so it's really good and really important to know this. Like with anything, too much of anything is not helpful. Um, Besides love. So yeah, let's just get into it because this has been a part of my journey, and I'm still in it. Like anything that we are creating, I'm still in the journey of what it means to really like be here and now, and something that matters to me so much is supporting the indigenous communities. That is something that is so sacred and so important, and their teachings. And honestly, like plant medicines, like the way that they teach around that is so beautiful. It's so sacred, and honoring them for everything they're doing to preserve this beautiful work that they're creating and doing and offering. And right, like it's been, the West has been using these plant medicines now so much, and with that it can also be so damaging um, to people as well. And so it was just like having really good discernment on um, you know the good discernment on whether you're going to be using them or not. Okay, and who are you going to be using them? Who are the leaders that you want to use them with? Okay, and so this is so important to me because I basically had some not great experiences, and I don't want you to experience that as well. Plant medicines is such a beautiful, profound experience, and it really, really shaped the way that I view reality, and also like the way that I'm creating now. And so it's just really changed my life in such a beautiful way, and also has impacted me in other ways that um, you know the saying is, it's like when you see things, it's hard to unsee things. I don't know exactly the saying, but there's been moments of where I'm like, dang, like I wish I didn't have that experience because it's really impacted my body and my mind. And so yeah, so I just want to honor first just these lineages that have really um, kept, especially, I'm going to be specifically talking about ayahuasca and the beautiful sacredness of it, but also how it's really impacted me, and also how it can also having to have good discernment on who you're going to be receiving from in that way. I the first time I ever experienced an ayahuasca ceremony was 2021, and I was curious, basically. I my intention was curiosity, to understand what that would look like and feel like, to experiment. I was doing like silent meditation retreats, I was doing yoga and all these things, but I really wanted to understand what this was like. And so yeah, I think I don't shame myself for that intention, because I think curiosity can be a beautiful intention. Looking back, it's so important to understand what your intention is. These plant medicines are so powerful. Notice the word medicine. And so it can be a very healing experience. And so the more that you are giving, the more you receive. And so, yeah, I think working with them, everyone can be so different on their journey of what it is that they're trying to work with, but it can be so healing. And also, it can also, depending on what your intention is, it might not be. And so, yeah, I think going into it, I was just curious to understand what the world, how the world works, basically. And so I've had I sat with it once and then another time, and then I spent 10 days working with the plant medicine of ayahuasca, and not 10 days straight, but I had a lot of ceremonies. And so looking back at that 10-day experience, I, you know, I didn't feel very held. I'll just say it like that. I had an experience where I just felt like I was being able to be fully held in my own experience. And so as much as I reached out, it just didn't feel like I was fully able to. And so I felt like the facilitators were not really, I don't know, like qualified to really hold the space. I felt pretty taken advantage of by, like, financially, of just like, I remember going to them and I was just like, yo, like, I'm not sure about this, it was my first time really doing something like this, and, what do y'all think? Because I'm just, like, super new to this, and they just were like, they didn't really give their opinion, they were just kind of stressed about it. They were just like, we'll figure it out, and I was just pretty hurt by that, and at the time I was okay, well, I guess I'm gonna do this. I just felt kind of pressured in a way instead of just really, really guided. And so, there is some truth to, like, knowing within if it's 100% yes or not, and it is in my court. So I take ownership of that, and also, as someone that is holding me in the space for 10 days, I want to be held really well and being taken care of and feeling safe. And so I didn't feel safe in the very beginning. And so those 10 days, although they were beautiful in some ways, there were other ways where I just didn't feel fully safe, which really impacted the experience. Safety is so important when you're working with these plant medicines because, it's you want to feel like you can be 100% held, and for anything that can happen. And so, I think that is the number one thing. If you feel like safe and held and truly, like, I would want to get to know the people really well, understand their lifestyle and all these things before even going down that realm. And so this is just, I, like, really, really hope and pray you do this. And so, after the experience, I started experimenting super highs and super lows of this world. It was just very just very intense levels of extreme behavior, of just really intense, like, my mind, I was just not embodied at all. I was very much in the mind, kind of just really up in the air and very airy and not in the body. I didn't really integrate very well in the beginning of, like, what after those experiences. Wasn't held in that afterwards. And that led me to my mind kind of spiraling into a space of like completely loss of everything, of this reality. Very intrusive thoughts and and so that was a very intense experience I had 2 experiences like that, and I don't want to label it as something, because I truly believe that once we label it as a certain thing, then we subscribe to all of that, and then we start to completely feel disabled. Our words are powerful, and so what we speak is true for us, and it changes our thought patterns. And so I just want to be very careful with how I'm expressing this. But I really feel and believe that that really impacted my mind in a lot of ways, and so I'm still on the path of healing from this, I've noticed, and it's been 4 years now. And so, yeah, I'm sharing this because I really don't want you to go through any of what I experience. I really want to experience, I think plant medicines are so incredible and healing, as I've said. But when you're facilitated really well with people and that really know what they're doing, um, and have a lot of experience with shamans that yeah, they know what they're doing, and have a lot of training and background, then you know you'll have a better experience and feel safe. So yeah, do I regret it? No, I understand so much of this reality because of working with different plant medicines, um, mushrooms, bufo, and things like this. But always have safety around this. Trust your gut. Don't do it out of just wanting to get high. Do it out of a place of sacred, um, like intention and also healing. And so I, only recommend doing this when you're trying to heal. I, using plant medicines in a way that is recreational, where it's just like fun, I think it can also be damaging as well. I don't. I really believe these are meant for healing medicines, instead of just fun. So that's my take after experimenting with this for a while, for a long time. And yeah, I think just use discernment around this. It's very important to use discernment on the way that you are creating reality. And yeah, so I'm trying to think anything else. If you have any questions, let me know. Check out my offerings if you want to. But I really hope this was helpful for you, so that you can be on your journey of healing or expansion and more love in your life. I, have had some really beautiful experiences with different plant medicines and ayahuasca and mushrooms and all these, and bufo and things like this. And they've really shaped my reality now and how I'm creating now. And so they're beautiful, and also, yeah. So, all right, my loves. Well, that's it for this episode. Tune in to the next one, and I love you all, and bye for now. Ciao.